answers that I just can't find. Calling out, no one's on the line. If you want me, babe, make up your mind.
What's up, everybody? Hope everyone is well. Let me make sure I got everything set up properly, which it looks like I do. That's a blessing. What's up, everyone? My name is J Tragic Jeffrey. Hope everyone is well today. I made a promise last week and I said I would be live streaming today, giving you an update as to how everything went over the weekend because we were working on code. Mostly doing a crap load of research. And I'm going to share some of that with you today. What up, Wyatt? Hope all's all well with you, brother. All right. So let's get to the main root of everything, right? So we're going to talk about crypto, and we're going to talk about what's going on in the markets. But for the most part, I am not a participant. This is how much I'm not a participant. Here is the robots. So I've got AI robots, not AI, excuse me. I have trading bots. I don't have AI robots. They have AI or some pseudo AI thing. I'm not interested in it right now because I get what they're doing. It's AI, but to me, it's not AI. It's like really kind of like a fund type beats. I'll look into that in the future. But as you can see, every one of my trading bots are out of range right now. Right? So like, I mean, not all of them. I shouldn't say every single one of them. A good majority, right? So you can see all of these are out of range. I have one active here, which is Sui, is still in range. And that's good to know. Like if you can, when you have a very down market and you can see who's, after you have the market getting shaken out and you still have people in the market still doing something or still being profitable or still active, that's something to look at because that means there's something underlying here that I would probably want to double down on. This is one of the reasons why I won't 100% just go ahead and say immediately, oh, let me chase these bots and move them down. No, I want to know which coins that when you have an entire market that's down like this, which coins are still active, right? So what you can see with this, take with it as you will, is that I'm expecting out of this is one of the reasons I do what I do. This is like this system, as far as this trading bot, BitsGap, it's a great bot. It's not the fact that you can just trade and make money. What you see, all the bots are still in profitability, right? There's none of these bots here. The total profit and loss, this one's 32% down. That's Matic, but I'm expecting that. I'm not worried about it because Matic will come back. That I'm not worried about. But everybody else, if you look at it, all of these are very small percentages down total. And these bots have been running for 7 months. And they're down, but like they're down small percentages. I don't care. Like if I was to buy and hold, I probably would have been down a hell of a lot more. The thing is that a trading bot, when you're down, when you're up, you're up. And you're up like all the way stuck. But when you're down for a good moderate amount of time. But what I'm looking at for these like times like these, and these are things I want to have my bots trace. Right? I want them to know, I want them to be trading and in these down markets. And while I'm not watching these things, let me know when these things are out of range. And then let's trace how long it stays out of range. And which coins were still active while everybody else was out of range. That's a great signal. So when we start running the finance section of Toxic Hustle, part of it when we're dealing with crypto, part of it's going to be how is the actual trades doing? If we've placed money into your we're placing money into accounts now. Like when we start trading crypto, we're trading crypto different than everybody else. So let's put that as a preface. One, I've told y'all for a multitude of months, years now, actually. I've told y'all for a multitude of years, hey, when you're trading crypto, it better not be more than 5% of your net worth. It best not be 5% of your net worth. So whatever money you're making, so let's take a whole month. Out of the whole month of the money you made for the whole month, 5% of that could be used for Bitcoin. Investors are only doing 1% to 2%. That's it. So all the money that's going into Bitcoin has been going into Bitcoin over the last few months / years is literally investment banks placing 1% or trying to place 1% of their net worth assets into this semi-liquid market. Appreciate it, Wyatt. So one of the things that, okay, so as we're getting into AI, and that's the focus I want the tribe to really look. I want you to really think about what's coming financially on the back end of industry. All right. What industries are about to change? This is the reason why I'm in crypto. I get it. But crypto and AI are both merging. See, don't get me wrong. I love crypto. 1,000%. I swear. I swear. I love it. It's cool. I think it's interesting. But, preface, and I've been here since 2017. I thought Bitcoin was a scam up until about from 2012 to around 2015-ish. 2014-ish, 2015-ish, I started kind of looking at it and saying, okay, wait, there's something else going on here. Because I actually looked at the code. I was getting into code. And I was like, oh, wait, Bitcoin is code. Oh, wait, it's code. Oh, wait, it's doing transactions. Oh, wait, you have a server that's mining it. And all these machines are out here validating transactions. So long as you can look at the code and the code can be audited, and every transaction on every machine, as long as all of the code is open to be viewed and critiqued, as long as the system cannot be gamed, it makes sense to have a financial system, a ledger that could be public. Like, we've been dealing with private ledgers, right? The banking system is a private ledger. Okay. So has the educational system. So has the scientific endeavors. So has corporations. But with the internet, with the removal of the Postmaster General from the center of every communication aspect, well, now all of a sudden we're seeing a new revolution. See, they took Ford, and since whomever is in charge said, I can't think of nothing new, and we have this new thing called communication, like telephones and stuff, and TV and stuff, and we're starting to do this internet thing and stuff, and we're starting to figure out how to do these digital line communications, even though, wait a minute, there's something that's called the Morse code, and it ran through poles, and those poles went from sea to shining sea, from the East Coast to Khalifa's territory, and for some reason there's even newspaper articles of, I don't know, wires underneath waterways that they reactivated, but that's neither here or there. All I'm saying is the technology that was already here is just back. And if you have been in this pond for a couple of years now, and you feel like you're moving through it and you're kind of fluid, right? You're not facing as much resistance as somebody who's not been in this water. If you're a digital citizen, you've pretty much been here. You've pretty much been doing this here. But the thing is, we've still had the classification of go to school and get an education. And if we do that, then we're going to be okay. Wrong. See, the automaton era is over. The Ford thing where they cloned Ford horizontally, then put it vertically. So his horizontal idea of a assembly line, and then he had floors where by the time the car went out the door, it went from top to bottom. By the time it got to the bottom floors, you can wheel it out the damn building. By the time, that's what they did, but they just put it going to the skyscrapers. They had to figure something to do with these big ass buildings that were empty. Let's not forget the Trail of Tears led from Virginia, North Carolina, to Tulsa, Oklahoma, where you had Black Wall Street. Wall Street, trading, commodities. But not all commodities can be traded at the same time, all the time, at the same, like, look, when everybody's piling the hell in, this is hype cycle extraordinaire. But this is also the cycle's going to break everybody. See, everybody thinks this is the most important cycle. No. Crypto still has no business use case. Business use case. If I can spin up an Amazon server for $5, but gotta pay $25 in gas fees, that does not make a business use case for you. At all. Pragmatic, right? If I'm a business, like now, if I'm a speculator and I want to speculate on shit, oh, that's joy. Oh, Bitcoin's the shit. And I'm not a maximalist, but it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and everybody else. And I'll kind of put some people to the top of that spear, but I've been here since 2017. This ain't my first rodeo. 2017. Really, I was here 2016 too. So I purchased crypto in 2016, but I was not in crypto, like making videos, being in actually talking about my trades or talking about things I'm seeing in the industry till 2017. And then I stopped in 2018 when the market just died. And then the cycle, 2020 came. Halving cycle. 2021, we saw the bull run. I told y'all in December, I'm out. I played this game already. I already know what's coming. I lived through a crypto winter. I know what's coming. I'm hedging my bets and taking it. I'm taking all my profit right now. And I lived off of that for 2 years. Not consistently. I had to do other things, but literally I could use that as an emergency fund for 2 years. Got to pay taxes on it, of course. Of course. Well, we'll see how the tax offices are dealing with. They got their own problems. But the thing is like, if we're going to sit there and say, okay, all these coins out here, all right, proof is in the pudding. Don't ask me about not one damn coin. Boom, here, active. It's still in profitability. It's been running for 7 months. Sui. What else could I tell you? I could only tell you, hey, I'm looking at here. This thing has been running for about 7 months. It's been earning about 0.34% daily, average daily. The bot has profited about 73%. So we're about $100.25. The current value is sitting at around 269 off of a 174 something dollar investment. That's it. Like I'm not really dealing with anything else. But again, all of this is speculation. And what am I seeing? I'm seeing XRP. Well, that's the banking play, and we know we got the stable coin situation getting ready to pass. We already know they're gonna get passed to be the United States fiat system. We already know this. Like that's easy money. See, some of this stuff is not hard. Like we want to make a hard, a simple thing mad complicated. It's real simple. Follow the money. Don't follow people. Don't follow advice. Don't follow my advice. F me. I ain't ish. You don't know me. I could lie to you. So don't believe me. Don't believe a mother sucking thing I say at all. I'm telling you not to. I need you not to. Because then you're going to question everybody else you listen to so that you can make good decisions financially. Because if somebody who actually invests not just in the crypto market, but in the stock market, who's looking at commercial real estate property, who's looking at businesses to potentially buy out, especially in tech, for looking for hardware to be able to put that in a corporate building to be able to mine from. I'm not talking about mining Bitcoin. I'm talking about mining transactions when we deal with the Internet of Things. Crypto is just the ends to a means. And that means is computers are going to make money. Nobody's really letting that sink into their head. The Internet of Things, the 2030 mandate, is that there by 2030 there will be an Internet of Things. What are they saying in 2025? This is the AI agentic age. They're already calling them agents. So you already got secret agent man. You already got that going right now. What you gonna do? Yeah, I'm saying, what you gonna do? At this point in time, as we're watching companies, corporations collapse because the funny money ain't got nowhere to go no more because Rome pulled out years ago. When I told MG, yo, 2020, yo, Rome is pulling out their money, fam. Oh, 2021, excuse me. Right at peak Bitcoin, when I told everybody I'm getting out. Why? Bitcoin was supposed to be 100,000 back then, but Rome pulled their money out. So liquidity dried up immediately and banked markets started fluctuating. Stock market started fluctuating. Bond market started fluctuating. I was watching it in real time. I was living it, not crypto. I was living all the investments I'm watching. And I'm telling my wife back then, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I've got to come up with something else. This was last year. I need to come up with a different business strategy, not just a business strategy for myself, but if I think what's about to happen is an apex predator, imagine Attack on Titan, one of the Titans. You know that dude is getting ready to come across a water and he's about to be on land, but nobody else knows. Everybody else is just living their life, but you have a telescope. And you just so happen to have tuned your telescope to a distance far enough that you see the head in the water. His shoulders, like he's just walking through the water. And you're like, dude, if he's walking through the ocean and all I see is the dude's head pause, yo, this is about to get ugly. And he's like looking at the land like it's a snack. That's AI right now. Nobody's even catching the similarities and preparing as if what's written is going to actually happen. Like everybody's in their own cartoon world character enclosure of Wayne's World meets frickin' Truman Show. Not to mention Nexus Matrix, 1, 2, 3 Terminator. We're watching all of it roll out in real time. All of the TV shows, video games, and the Bible roll out in real time. And everybody's standing there with their hands in their pockets, scratching their genitalia. Like, really? You have that much time? Don't get me wrong. I've been a very depressed person. I've actually been suicidal. I lost my daughter. When she was still in the womb, like we were close to the end, we actually were seeing like hands and feet. Then me and the mother broke off after that whole situation fell off. And then I met another person who, right when I was healing, I met another person, and then that I didn't really heal. And I still had this aching heart, cut in my heart for my daughter. I get arrested because I come back thinking I could patch it up with her because she lures me back. I end up in jail. I meet somebody else that helps patch it up. But then when I lose that thing that was patching up before I patched the hole in my heart, now all of a sudden, I'm screwed. I'm standing at the edge of the tracks in New York City looking at an express train that just passed me by my face, inches from my face, and a thought, just a hint of a thought, you could just step in front of this the next time it comes. Tomorrow. Same time. Real talk. This is no bullshit. I'm going to be real with you. I couldn't do that to my parents who were still alive at the time or still had their mental capacity. I couldn't do that to my friends and family. And I couldn't do that to myself because I'm not a quitter. I'm not going to quit on me. I like me. I think I'm cool. And I'm not ready to take me out. Even with my depression, I'm that arrogant. Well, not arrogant, narcissistic, but everybody has a bit of narcissism. I balance it out and saying I want to do something else from somebody else other than myself. Are you your brother's keeper? Yay or nay? Mad simple. I'm not going to complicate my life. So, MG always puts it in the head of saying, so what? Regardless of what we know is coming, or regardless of what you know about yourself, or regardless of what you know about where you come from, so the what? How are you going to survive when this whole industry shifts? See, when a planetary industrial age shifts, there's mud floods in physical realm and there's mud floods in financial realms. We're getting ready to have a huge mud flood. It's already happened. Like, okay, what is a tsunami? So we can do fluid dynamics so you can understand what's happening. The first thing that happens before you know that a tsunami happens is the tides pull all the water away from the shore. So all the people standing at the shore are like, oh shit, there's no more liquid water. Well, I worked at a bank. I work at Citibank, private bank. Not the bank that you go to or I go to now. I worked at the private bank where my clients were 5 million net per year. You have to net 5 million a year to be part of the private bank. Not you make 5 million, I have 5 million on private bank. Yay. No. Every single year you need to be making 5 million. Period. I was a web developer, so I got in there as a web designer. I got in there as a web designer and leapfrogged everybody because of technology. Nobody had a portfolio coming out of school that actually had physical work that looked like it was actual work. Everybody came out of school with a paper portfolio. I had one on the web. You could just click and look at screenshots of all the designs that I could mock up fast in Dreamweaver and Photoshop. I had a technological edge. I figured out that if I wanted $50,000 a year, I would go look at the job boards, figure out what job software, because we reverted to software, not job titles, software titles, because job titles can switch. But the software, what software generated $50,000 a year? So I bring onto your hands, tribe. I bring it to your hands. Go to Indeed. Go look at who's making $100,000 a year. Because that was $50,000 a year when I was at 25. Go do that. Crypto ain't saving nobody because there's no financial use case. And I am a crypto enthusiast. I love this shit. I think this is fucking dope. Just like I thought the internet was dope. Oh shit, open communication. This is just, oh shit, open liquidity. And the industry right now, the banks, like the one I used to work at, have no liquidity. Nobody is investing in America. China is. They're throwing some money at Trump. But they've been throwing money. But they were getting land grants that they weren't allowed to have. But that's not my problem because I have no control. See, here's the thing. To the people in the back. I have no control. Nor do I want it. Nor do I give a fuck about it. I can only control the things I can control. I can't control the crypto market. This market right here, I can't control that. At all. Nor do I speculate on it. When the tide comes back, I'll just wait. What the market is telling you. See, it's not that, oh, well, let me invest. No. Hey, buy now. What was the trend before? Let's just go back in the past. This is my trading view, right? Here's my lines, my liquidity lines. So let's go on the weekly. Let's go here. Boom. And what do I see? Let's go on the monthly line. Let's make a monthly line. Boom. Boom right here. Let's drag control. Let's do this. Let's do here. Hold on. Let me move this mic because I need to put this right by my screen and move my screen over a little so I can see it. All right. There we go. I think it's Alt-H. Yeah, there we go. That's my monthly line and another monthly line. Oops. I'm glad I don't look at porn. You seeing my history. Alt-H. And then another one right here. Okay. So, what I just showed you right there, what I just did, is I took some lines. I'm on the monthly. I got these purple lines. And now what I'm looking at is if I move this down to the weekly, and I move this up a little bit, you can see where the see how it bounced right off? We were on the monthly, we're now on the weekly. But you now notice how we're bouncing off? This was resistance now. Pulled it and snapped it down. Now, if you look at your next monthly line, where is it? It's all the way down here at 71. So, here's how I trade. Before we, what do you think about a coin? No. Fuck the coin. Let's talk about the market, which is Bitcoin. All other coins are, this is the majority coin. So first, this is the water. So here's your ocean. Don't care if you don't want it, don't like it, you missed it, you think it's stupid, you want your coin to win. I don't care. That's not my problem. Why? Because prior to all this, I was you. If that's what you're thinking. I don't know what you're thinking. But if that's what you're thinking, I was you. Thinking the same damn thing. hey, this coin over here, because this person and this person and this video that I'm looking at, because these are the coins that I'm finding, and this is the line I'm finding because I'm searching for it, and this is the algorithm that's pushing me in a direction. That doesn't mean it's the right direction. It just means if the search engines and everything is going into intent, i.e., the domain of artificial intelligence, then for me, crypto is dope, but I have to understand this AI intent thing that's coming. This is why I first went to financials in 2021. So if you go look at the old Toxic Hustle videos, the Toxic Thought videos, when I was just talking about crypto and kind of talking about business and kind of talking about industry and kind of talking about automation and kind of talking about, hey, there's this AI thing and it's kind of bubbling up a little bit more. Stuff is starting to get kind of usable. And then Midjourney came out. And I started making a business on it. And I was talking about it to y'all. And then ChatGPT came and I told y'all I'm disappearing. I'm out. And I stopped doing Toxic Thought. And the reason why I stopped was because I said at that point, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to pay this $20, and this is my education. I'm paying $20 a month to learn how to use this tool, to figure out how to use it for business. So the business prompts that I'm selling is from 2022-ish on of studying. This is why I stopped being in the Discord. This is why I haven't really been communicative. When I told y'all over the years, I got no product, I got no product, I got no product, I got no product. I told MG, I got no product. I ain't trying to sell nothing, I got no product. Because I didn't. I wasn't trying to sell nothing. I was too busy trying to figure out where the tide was heading. That was the biggest thing in 2021, 2022 when I was talking to y'all. Was where's the tide heading? And let's do Toxic Thoughts. I was spilling my thoughts to the internet to be like, yo, y'all, do you see what I'm seeing? Yo, am I going nuts? Is this where we're heading? Is this where we're going? And nobody said, no, this is not where we're going. You're right. This is where we're going. So I went 100% all in. To figuring this out. Because while Bitcoin and trading is dope, again, if it's only 5% of your portfolio, where's the rest of your revenue coming from? We don't know. And where is industry at? We don't know. Where are businesses going to be in the next 2 to 3 years? We don't know. What we do know is in the corporate buildings that I've been blessed to hear information back from, and from what I've seen on social media, and from what I've heard from my mentor who runs and is a partner of a venture capital firm. And I'm telling you right now, companies, the ones who have already laid off can't lay off right now, and they're the ones that are implementing AI. Now, hold on to your socks. There is another subsection of layoffs that can potentially be coming this summer. Why do I feel that way? Because what I'm seeing in the market. If I go back in time to I'm on the weekly, right? Let's go to monthly real fast. Let's go to monthly and let's go back in time, right? I want to just show you something. Let's go back in time. I'm scrolling this down and now you can see where we're at, right? See where we're at. And you can see where we were, right? Now, what I want to do is see, this is 2021. This is February. See the spike? See the spike? 2021. So halving cycle was 2020. What I want you to do is understand forecasting. Forecasting metrics not based off of what we want. Forecasting metrics based off of what do we see in the past. Not saying that the past can happen, but are there seeds to seeing something else be fruit in the future? Is there enough water? Is there seed and water? Is there soil, seed, and water, right? That's what I'm looking at for the future to see if crypto's going to be making this like huge amounts of freaking money that's going to be so much money this time. I need to see seeds of that. All right, so let's go back in time. Halving cycle is 2020. We're looking right here. 2020, you see a spike. 2021, right? March. So from December of 2020, right? From December of 2020, which we had checks, we had stimulus checks, all the way up, boom, we bounced our head. Remember, stimulus checks did this. It's because March 2020, where we at? So now 2021, we drop. So March, we drop. So we're expecting, if this plans out, it pans out like it did before, April, May, and June, we may see a drop. We should have seen a spike from January, February, March of this year. Here we are, December, January, February, looking down. March is probably going to be down. We don't have that surge. We also don't have the capital. Why? Are there not layoffs happening? That's why I want you to look on the outside of everything else. Don't just think about crypto. F crypto. Not to say F it like it isn't good, or F it like it might not mean something in the future. No, look at it in context. Look at it in the context of intent for your timeline. Context, the timeline we're in. Intent, whether or not somebody can intentionally spend their money to make it go up, or whether or not they're kind of shaky on whether or not they're going to have a job, so they're going to keep their money tight right now, pause, in their pocket. Are we in a place where people feel more secure? Across all spectrum of social media? That'll be a hell no. Are there more layoffs in the government coming? Well, the most amount of money was actually heading to the government because the corporations actually didn't make as much as the government. The government's spending way more than any country on the planet. We know this. We hear this. But we don't put it in context. My talk tonight is context. Why? Because it matters with AI agents, because we're dealing with taking autonomous work, right? We're taking work, process work, systemic work, and we're adding AI just in little joints where there's some thinking that needs to happen to do another process work. And as these tools get better, as we're able to build things, as the things that I'm getting ready to show you, why I'm building the course I'm building is on purpose. Why I'm doing the chat prompts, why I told y'all, and we'll go into discussion of what's going on with the website, but why I told you, hey, we're going in a direction, because as I'm building AI agents, I'm going through pain now. So as I get ready to introduce it to you in the next coming weeks to a month, as you get introduced to it, it's already worked out for you, because I'm already working through it now. And I'm not teaching you something where it's outside, like, oh, this is some old shit and it's done, and now I can sell it to you for No. I'm catching this tail right now. The product that's coming out is actually going to be, if this goes the way I think, it's going to be $199.99 product by the end, as to what I see coming, because we're building a system to be able to have you do business, like literally actually work. We're working, we're doing work for clients, we're getting projects done. And you know what? It's better to just show you rather than tell you, because this is just talk. Talk is talk. Now, first things first, before we get into the internals, I want to talk about things that are going out. The last thing that came out and what led to some of the direction that we made last week before we started to try to work out if we were going to get to do the hackathon this weekend, or if I was going to hold the hackathon off to really do more research and figure out things. And I needed to figure things out. So I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And this is what led to it. On the 13th, which would have been Thursday, right before the weekend. So after I had the talk with y'all and the video I did, on Thursday, this video came out because I dropped the video on the 12th. So yeah, the very next day. So this is what threw me off. And I posted it. DeepSeek is a game changer for project management, yet 99% of people are still doing everything manually. Here are 10 prompts to make your life easier. So if you click on it, you go into it, and you can see all the prompts that they have. Act as a crisis manager, act as a performance crisis, blah, 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 blah. Now, you already knew, if you don't know, now you know, that I am working on a system. Hold on, because I think I may have closed it. Let me open it up over here. Hold on. Yep, I did close it. Nope, I got it. I got it. Boom. There it is. So, come back over here. Wow. So if you, and I'm gonna close this out. If you, the link is in the description. You'll go to labs, ToxicHustle.com. And if you go there, you click on here. If you come here and you see this new course, Chat GPT Business Prompt Lab, which is the same thing that's over here. It's just different for when it's on mobile. I needed it in two places. This is going to be at the top and this will be at the bottom, so that if you miss it, clicking here to get it, you can get there. Applause. So basically that will take you here to the prompt lab. And here is all of the prompts. What we did was we created a library, and I'm actually going to physically show you. Hold on. I'm going to actually show you, because this is labs.toxichustle.com. If you come here from the link, if you go here and you come to our labs, you can explore our chat GPT prompts right at the top. New lab right there, or right here, business prompts right there. So hold on, let me show you. So here's the prompts, and let me put my window back open so I can see my chat window. Okay, so here's the prompts, and let me show you what it actually looks like on your end. There we go. So this is what it looks like. So now you come in here, and here's like it's explaining how to use personas. So as you go in here, and this is still an amazing library. Like, I use this. So you come in here and you got your copywriter, you've got ad prompts, social media prompts, you've got market research, sales funnels, email marketing mastery, e-commerce, lead magnets, so prompts to boost engagement and maximize your conversions. So rather than just like keep it short, I kind of made it long, but in the database, we're going to end up making it longer because we're going to make a database for this, but we'll get into that. But you've got customer boosters, like you've got a lot here. TikTok stuff, crafting, Twitter. So if I need a prompt to do something on Twitter, I'm coming here. Right? So here's the thing. Now, again, it's still good. And what you're gonna get, regardless, the next thing that I'm gonna do is build this into a database. So I've already begun migrating the content. So this is my Obsidian. If you don't know, Obsidian is a note management system. So like this entire show that we're talking about is here, and these are my notes. So this way, you know, I'm pretty much, I talk off the cuff. I'm not reading. I don't do lines. That's not my thing. But I'm this tool, Obsidian, with what it said in this post. And let me go back to it really fast. Right here. Actually, no. It's this one here. Okay. So open a window. Okay. So here. Actually, nope, that's not it. This is the. There it is, right there. So here. Project management. This here, AI and project management, got me thinking. And again, I said this was the very next day after the video I did. And what it got me thinking was I'd been looking at this tool, and since I showed y'all the tool last video, so if you look at last video, you can see I'm kind of like talking about it in the perspective of kind of getting used to it, feeling it out, seeing if it's gonna actually help me be more productive. Well, if you go into this journals alone, you can see I've been journaling every day. So the first thing that it did, and when I say journal, like today, right, I changed the direction that we're going to go with WeWeb over the weekend. So this is something that we're going to be talking about as to where the lab is going. So the lab you see here, so you can see that these notes mean something. So the lab you see here, like, so you coming into this lab, the lab's ToxicHustle.com, and you're coming in here and you're clicking on this and you're looking for prompts. I'm using this same system just like you for AI agents. So when I did this, I was like, hey, I wanted to build a page where I could go get prompts that I needed to do work for my clients. And then I was like, wait a minute, if I build a library of this, I could like share this with other people. I'll charge you for it, of course, because I'm giving you my actual business. I'm giving you a piece of my business. Like, I'm not sitting here sharing stuff that I'm not using out here or going to use in some capacity as I train models based off this data. So what you have access to isn't just the fact that you get prompts, but it begins, if you look at this, okay, so this is phase one. Begin to go through these prompts to see how you structure these for particular use cases. So then if you look at this from rooter to the tutor, this is end-to-end business. Whether you're helping a client do some discovery, whether you're doing some product research, or whether you're looking for actual clientele for your client. Like, how do I get my client's product in front of a problem or a pain point? But you wouldn't even know to have that definition of looking for problems or pain points unless you went into the copywriting tab or the marketing tab. Now, what I realized with this system as we're building agents, so as I moved from this system, which I liked, I would come in here, and if I needed something, I was coming here and I could copy and paste a prompt. After I read this for some time and kept looking at them over and over again, after a while, now I can kind of do it on the fly. So you'll see me just write prompts because I'm just now used to writing them. And also because I have a library like this to get access to this. But this isn't enough. Hence, the last video I told you we're going to be making some changes. So let me go back to my thing. And this is another thing what I mean when I said that this has been a really good tool. Is here's HustleUP. So I can say, if we talk about last episode, right? And I say, you know, the last episode. So here we are. I pull up my notes for the last episode. So it's like ToxicLabs rebuilds and grow. Description. Today's live is more about what the hell is popping off in the world of AI. That's vague. I really don't have any notes. It's affecting business now and in the future. Also, and this is supposed to be not I. This is supposed to be show. So see, even a miscorrection did not. It flew past and it actually ended up in my notes. show you the next phase of ToxicLabs as we prepare for the intro to AI course. So I'm telling you, we're going to talk about, and then in here, I don't have my notes for this one. And this is what I mean where I said I don't have notes. And the reason that's here is why I changed it up. And you see I have notes now. So if you look at my description, now I have notes. And if you look to the left, actually, let me show you. So in my library, this Obsidian, I actually have OpenAI in here. I'm actually using the 4.0 mini. And I have AI, and it's in my vault, and it's able to give me stuff that's in here. So the same power we have in, say, a quote chat GPT. What I'm noticing, and this is what I mean when I say business is changing fast, y'all, and I need you to understand, it's, are you productive and have output, or don't you? And this is why the people that are working at jobs where they're just moving their mouse around, what they don't understand is their screens. Yeah, you can move your screen around and not time out. In the future, depending on bandwidth, some companies will be able to see your screen through the software that they're using for the virtualization of the desktop. So while you're working on a virtual desktop, you're working on a virtual desktop. You're not going to be working from your desktop. You're going to log into a computer that has a Windows, and you're going to activate and use that Windows. And what, unbeknownst to most of these people, when they do that, that virtualization means that machine is not your machine. You do understand, if you're seeing that machine, which is in a whole nother building, and you're seeing it through your window of your monitor, you don't think now that they can see. And then again, it will be output. What is going to be the output of your work? And in a minute, they're not even going to care that you're using AI so long as it sounds human. As long as it goes through your filter and you make sure we can't tell that it's AI, they're not going to care. The professors are proving that. And this is a pirate land. But we never think about that. Like, oh, I don't know how many of y'all watch Naruto. Y'all don't really realize that test, that all the ninja tests that they had at the village, and the one that they had the classroom where Naruto was sitting there and he had to take the test and he didn't know not one answer on the damn test. And it was just a mind F to be able to really mess with you. And that the entire test was bred for you to be able to manipulate the system and get around it. And then look at the president that's in office right now, and what did he say? I use the system. I use all of the things that she talks about, and that's how I make money. But that's also all the people that donate to her. That's also what they do. So you can't blame me. Blame the system. That's it. But it's going to be ones and zeros now. In the Internet of Things, where things are doing work and have output, and that output actually leads to sales, or that output leads to commerce and currency. And this is not a hyperbole for me. I have literally earned money because of AI. Like, not small money. Like, we're getting ready, like 10 grand, 10 stacks a month on a project. Last year, the year before last. So I already, from January, when the client and I parted ways, so I think I worked with them for like a month and a half to 2 months. So almost 20 grand. No, over 2 months. for automation and AI. Not even a lot of AI, it was mostly automation with a touch of AI here and there. What's going to happen now as more and more businesses, it's opening up, y'all. I need y'all to see that. Like, the reason why I can teach this to y'all is because in a minute, I may have an agency. Again, I keep telling y'all we're a media company. Oh, excuse me, we're an R&D company. Let me go on my folder. Hold on. Just so y'all understand the juxtaposition. Where is it? Here we go. Boom. In my 2025. AI web development to 2025. And my initial notes and reasoning process. This is all the documentation of getting ready to do AI agent. This is the SOP for getting AI agents. I'm not even done yet. I said we are an R&D company disguised as a media company. Keep telling y'all that. So, let's talk about problems with a lot of the infrastructure. So here is a site we've been working on. We've been working with this company called System.io. That's the assets here. Let me see if I can pull them up. New pricing. So this way it kind of bypasses everything else. And I can go features. There we go. All right. So literally we are on this system, and you got your sales funnel, your email marketing, your website builder. You know, you can do webinars, business automation, and all this is cool. Blogging, sell products, and that's cool. It's cool. Sounds great on paper. And I liked it, even to the point where I put a whole bunch of our products in it. Now, when you're working on AI agents, and for instance, let me just open up my here. So let's say in here, let's say I want to use an agent in here, and this is what's ill. I actually have a plugin in this that's a Copilot in Obsidian. So, and I paid for the unlimited. Basically, I paid for the plan where I'm not paying you monthly. I paid for the I'm lifetime. I'm grandfathered in. So I'm like, I'm not paying you no more money. That's all you get out of me. Unless you got some really dope thing, then I want to be grandfathered in the new dope thing. So, but since this is AI, and since if you're looking at technology, right? If I'm looking at technological stacks, we had Web 2.0, Web, right? Web 1.0. Web 1.0 is presentation layer. We can put things on an internet. Meantime, between time, if you look at AOL and everything, was really communication, right? So it's chat, IRC chats, going back and forth and being able to do networking and chat. So really what we were dealing with was communication change. Email, communication change. Chat on AOL, communication change. IRC, communication change. Communication was opening up. Then we had websites. Then we had forums, right? Forum boards, all that stuff. But they're static, they're slow, the servers can't have as many people. We want to be able to go to a website and interact with multiple people, i.e. enter the social network sphere. That is the Friendster, the Mi Gente, the Black Planet, that led to the MySpace and the other website that was like MySpace, right? Similar to it. I can't remember the name of it. Then we had that. So that was web being more interactive, right? It's not it's like email, so I can send a message to somebody, but it's not as slow as email because since it's a database entry in the same system, you can just connect directly. It speeds up, again, communication. So if you're looking at everything that we've been dealing with thus far has been communication, 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 communication. Google information, search engine information. So we had gone into information before we went into broadcast communication, right? So we had an information age. We have our digital communication age. And now we're having our automation age. Now we're seeing our agentic automation age, which will probably be really fast into next year. This is how fast it's going to move. So now we're not moving in 10-year sprints, right? Or 5-year sprints for my generation. 2-year sprints for some of y'all's generation. With AI, we're looking at week, month sprints, which leads to industrial changes everywhere at once. One of the things I told MG, everything is happening at everywhere all at once, at the same time. All businesses will fall all at once, everywhere at the same time. Not like the businesses is failing like, oh, you suck, donkey balls, bye. No, it's I can't adjust fast enough, bye. My competitors can get a competitive product to my customer 50% cheaper than me. Because, see, you can't adjust for inflation. The product does. And when a product gets too expensive in the past, they go bye-bye. Horses were expensive. Over the long haul, a car was actually cheaper and you didn't have to get up and feed it every day. You could feed it once a week with some watery stuff and be done. Pause. Reduction of friction. That's where industrial meets commerce. Reduction of friction. So if we're industrial looking at what is the virtue signal of Elon Musk? I always tell MG the same shit. Hey, Elon Musk is virtue signaling that they're going to stop doing this, and virtue signaling they're going to stop doing this. What is the new virtue signal? Hey, all of your record books and all of your corporations suck donkey balls. Period, point blank. And you can use this new AI agentic thing we're doing, and we can go through your books and find value or fraud, liquidity. We can find water in your dock. We can go through your records. I have the processing power. I can do transactions. Come here. Let me take a look at your books. My 6 savants will handle it. So for the courses, right? I want to give you the course, the business prompts, the image prompts, and here's your intro to AI agents. So the problem is, and let me show you what just the introduction page, what it looks like to actually code it. So you see this introduction page, right? So I can't just take text and just copy paste it in here. I could, but it would be ugly as heck, and I have to do all this. But to do this page, I had to literally take my text that I already had mocked up Then I have to paste it in here, and here it is. I'm having to do all this work structuring this out for this one page. So I'm building this page out, I'm putting a picture to it, and doing all this. And really, when you're doing AI agents, all this pretty shit isn't important. When you get to the AI agent zone, when you come to this lesson plan that I'm working on, which I'm working right now, when you get into AI agents and you just need a prompt to be able to work on something, to put it into an agent, to get something done, to do something for a client, I ain't got time to go through all of this to try to find the one prompt I think I saw. That is why I'm building a library. Don't get me wrong. Again, use this as your phase one to be able to start understanding how to build prompts. What I'm building is the cheat sheet you're going to have to beat everybody else in agentic AI this year. Well, how can you say that, Traj? How can I say that? Because I'm going to be using it my damn self too. So get ready. What I have set up, literally, where you get your business prompts, and I'm going to be working on image prompts and AI agents. You'll be able to not just be able to create. You can create entire websites. Like you're looking at proof in the pudding. And if you look in how it reads, step into the future with prompts designed to make your life easier, your content sharper, and your results stronger. Whether you're hustling to grow your business, leveling up your marketing game, or looking to boost your creative spark, we've got your back. How do you get it to give you that type of tone and style? And do you even know that you can give it a tone and style? Not just, hey, think like this and output this. No, think like this. Here's some other things I need. Here's some other things I might need. Oh, and by the way, sound like this tone and style. And then the next big course that after, because again, all of this comes with your one Prompt Lab course, the one that you purchased, 29, which as I said, will be 79 sometime later this year. And in time, after we finish building this course out throughout this entire year, this will be a $199.99 product. It's going to be well worth more than that. Because again, we're making money from doing client work. For dealing with our clients' problems, making them our own, but being able to make sure that they don't have that problem with a short amount of time. We can come up with plans and structures. In fact, that's the advanced course I'm working after I get this one done. There'll be a whole separate new course talking about intermediate and advanced business strategy, AI strategies. Because by the end, you're going to go into AI agents. It's not just talk about how we do little small AI things. No, it's how do you now take on bigger software projects? How do you build software? And if you don't think that's where you're going to be thinking, here, let me show you. Like R&D. Again, AI, web development. Prompting is the cornerstone to getting any feature coded. For the past few years and the next coming months, being able to prompt out your entire software strategy as well as implementation will see a rapid increase this year. Notice the date I'm saying this. This is earlier this month. Actually, a couple days ago. Because I see that 2215, this was a initialization. I wrote this initialization prompt. But I was working on this strategy from the beginning of this month, as well as the end of some parts of the end of last month. So it made, most of my notes made it here. Then you can see what this does. Like the process, we will be using DevScope AI, which I wrote a persona. Then I can go to that persona. You are DevScope AI. These are going to be some of the personas you'll get. I have a bunch of AI business content personas. Already got a content architect, development. I've already got an Obsidian developer that I'm working on now. You can see that came out today, 2/17. And then I got tone and style. So here's a perfect example of tone and style. Tone, down to earth, straightforward and genuine. Style, avoid hyperbole. Overly salesy language. Use simple, clear language that feels like a conversation with friends. Focus on being informative and relatable. Maintain a friendly, approachable vibe. Express gratitude and excitement in a sincere manner. This is my tone and style that I use in my bot. So inside here in my system, that's the tone and style. So in my, if you go down here to the options and you go down to Copilot, and if I go to Copilot and go to advanced right here, you are an Obsidian AI assistant. See what I mean when I say that every piece of software, like think about it, a piece of software like this, which is my note-taking software, has AI built in it just like it's ChatGPT. But I'm actually working on courses and products and everything right here. Here's all the entire old library. This is on that page. Here's all that page. This is everything that's in that library that you have access to. When for those of you that have bought, and thank you for those of you that have purchased, this is everything that's in that course. 26 pages of prompts. 26 pages. Like, this ain't no game. We'll say 25 pages because the first page is an introduction. So 25 pages of prompts. Oh, even though I do have some examples, so you really could say 26 pages of prompts. And don't think that these don't make it into ChatGPT. Let me show you ChatGPT. Let me show you. Ugh, shit. Like, no. When I tell you this can be used everywhere, not just in agent systems or in that system I'm working, like, you can go in here and like Obsidian Helper. I took that prompt. You were in the Obsidian Vault. This prompt right here. Took that prompt, which is, I'll make sure that y'all get it, which is part of my Obsidian. Let me go back into my AI agents and go into my dead scope. This prompt, Obsidian developer prompt. This Obsidian developer prompt is the prompt that's right here. You are the Obsidian architect, blah, 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 blah. Then I use that. And what I told it was, I'd like to auto tag files that are in a folder, the name of the folder at the bottom of all. I'd like to auto tag files that are in a folder, the name of the folder at the bottom of the page of all pages in the folder. How do I do that? I was thinking about something else, but at least it understood what the hell I was asking for. But basically I was saying, I'd like to auto tag all of the files that are in a folder, and I want it to be the name of the folder. And I want it at the bottom of all the pages that are in the folder. How do I do that? So this is how I mean it's smart, especially 4.0. So you can automate, and that took me 2 times because I think the first time I didn't have the IE, the folder name. I put that in there because it was giving me some weird shit. So I was like, nah, I don't want that. I want to make sure that you give me this because that's how it should be presented when it's in here. Let me show you what I mean. Hold on. At the bottom of, let me find a page that has it. So let me go to my journal. That's a perfect example. Go to today's journal. Go to the bottom, see journals, that right there. That's what I mean. If I click in here, you see what made this link is these two square brackets. So you can just do, let me show you how you do it. Two square brackets, and then this pops up. Then I'll say journal, and now I have a link to journals. Now, why am I doing that? Because this is really cool about this software here. If I click on this right here, this is the graph. If you look here, here's my entire folder of business prompts. So this is content. And I can look at something and see, oh, Anthropic Economic Index. What the heck is that? It's linked to a few things. Boom. This is a clipping, an article I clipped, because I have the web clipper. So as I'm doing research on the web, I can find something I like, right click. So I can go, because I have this web clipper. So for instance, let's say, let's do it in real time. Let's go to my Twitter page. Right, where are you? Right here. And let me find a GitHub I actually want to look at, or some article. You know what? No, let's look for an AI article. New AI. Oh, better yet, no. Let's say I want this. I don't, this page, this company, I actually want to do some research on this company for something, and you can do this in real time. So I'm going to right click on this in my Obsidian clipper. I say I want to clip this page. And what it does, I have a plugin for Chrome. So now I've got Napkin AI as an author. I have the tag clipping. I'll actually put another tag of what this is, which is actually AI presentation. So it's AI presentation software, right? So what we do is add to Obsidian. So now I have in my mitts this thing right here, right? And now what I can do is all of this post data is now here. So here in this post, let's say I want to find out some information about this. I can now say, you know what? Napkin AI, right? Let's add some context. The last thing I just did was Napkin AI. And then what I want to do is I want to actually talk to my vault. So what you do is you put the @ and you can see these things popped up, vault, web. So I can go to vault, I can go to web, I can go to YouTube. And now I can go to something called Pomodoro, whatever that is. We're going to go to the vault. And then what I'm going to say is, do I have a creative writer? Oh, I do. You know what? Let me give it to my content architect. So what I'm also going to do is then add my content architect. All right. So now that I've got my content architect and I've got my Napkin AI, I want you to create a detailed to later be used for a blog article. I want to use the word article rather than post. I'm using 4.0 mini. Seems to work the best for me in here right now. So I'm going to keep it with that. Plus, it's cheaper. Plus, I just really want a summary. So it doesn't need to be hyper smart, but I don't want it hyper dumb. So then I hit the vault. And then vault, create a detailed summary to later be used for a blog article. So now, as a content architect, you are a content architect, an AI powered senior writer who takes detailed outlines and raw content, blah, 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 right? So all this information is at his disposal. So now, what did we get? Let me scroll this down a bit. Let me close this up. All right, there we go. So what do we get? Crafting professional emails, return exchange emails. So first, let's go back to the actual content. And let's look at this. Start by copy pasting. Napkin works directly. Napkin generates visual storyboards. Visuals connected to napkin. So now maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh, and maybe I should have. You know what? Let me do this. Let me remove this. Let me take that same prompt. And I want to try something else. I want to see if this works. This will be real live for you because I just saw this new thing that says if you hit this, control and enter, that it'll go to vault. So control enter. Control shift enter. Is that it? Control shift enter. I don't think so. Okay, here we go. So this one worked. So just using this without anything else seems to work. I got to figure out how to get my agents to work a little bit better, or whether or not I have to wait for him to implement some type of system prompt area for this. But summary, elevate your workforce, management prompts, foster management, crisis, conflict management. This doesn't seem to be doing it. Hold on. Let me clear this out. Also, let me add this to the vault. Make sure this is indexed, because sometimes it's not indexed. And it does act stupid if it's not in the index. Then let me get that same prompt. I'm going to open a new window, and I'm going to use the vault tag. So this plus new chat. That's the one thing. The software's still brand new. Is why when I'm not really talking too heavy on this one, or trying to put this into a training module yet, until I can get this worked out where there's no bugs. But I'm just showing you so you can kind of see the workflow. Vault, create a detailed summary to be later used for a article. The context, I'm going to give it napkin. And then I'm going to keep it at 4.0 mini. And then we're just going to chat, because we already put the vault tag in there. I don't know what that other thing is doing, and I don't want to spend a bunch of credits I don't need to be spending. This is taking a little longer. hold on. It's supposed to be taking context. I don't understand why it's not taking the context. And now I don't see it context. There we go. So what I'm learning for this software is while ChatGPT will actually get the inference of what you're talking about once it's in ChatGPT, outside of ChatGPT, there's certain prompts where it doesn't seem to take the context. And I don't know if that's this software not really taking the chat and lining the chat up properly. I don't know. But now, because I've told it, Vault, create a detailed summary about the product, context, to later be used for a blog article. And now, here is my notes. User testimonials, they praise Naskin for design and functionality. Those are the posts that are on there. Conclusion, blah, 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 blah. So now I've got a kind of summary of this. I can now go to the bottom of this, the stuff that we've imported, and I can actually break it down, pop a 2, and say summary, right? Bow. Also, let's pop a horizontal rule right here. So this way. So now, do you see what I mean when I say that this is like, I could sit there and be like, okay, here's the summary. Boom. Napkin AI. If I want to make this bigger, I can actually drop that down to 1. So 1. You go 2. Oops, hold on. 2, 3. These are your headings, right? So you can get your headings all the way down, all the way up. So here we have our summary, then title, and then all the information. If I need to add more, so like right now I don't need this text, so that just came from that. Boom. So now I'll just pop another horizontal rule so that if I need to add anything else, put a space, and I can just add whatever I want right here. So now I have my article. I have all the metadata from the article. I have a summary of the article. And then when I want to write a note, I can write if I want, I can put my own notes here. So I can like look at this and look at what is being said and what this is, and then I can say, okay, well, I may want to test this or da, 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 da. So I could either do that here, or let's say I write a article about this. So let's say it goes into, let me get rid of out of there and go into, let's say it's not a course. Let's just say it's R&D. And let's say in R&D, I just want to create another article about AI and the future. Oops, hold on. AI and the future of business presentations. Right, I want, so I got that title. And then now what I can do is, let's say I know I want to make this article, but I'm not ready to really work on it right now. So I'm going to just say, all right, well, I know I want to link this to this napkin joint. So let me pop 2 on here and let me link this to the napkin AI. And then I can say I want to do I need to write this blog article. And I want to give it a to-do. Oh, it's wrong. I got you. It's not to do lowercase. It's to do uppercase. I need to fix that. I think it's that. Hold on. Let me look at my journals. Because I've only done it like a few times. I just got it working this weekend. Oh, not to do. Task. Okay. So go back and change this from to do. It was going to be to do, but I got rid of that. And I changed this to task. Is it task or tasks? It has to be task, plural. I mean singular. That's crazy. It's not even doing it. Of course, when I'm live. Like, of course. Everything else, it does it exactly the way it needs to do it. But, of course, when I'm doing it live, it doesn't want to do it. Let me look at one last thing. Give me 1 second. Web development. Hashtag task. Does it have to start with that? That might be why it's bugging out. Let me see. Is that what's going on? Playboy. Yeah, because it's definitely not showing up, and it's just a hashtag task. If I click on task, this. Okay. And if I go back to here, damn it. Okay. Let's do this. Let's remove that. And then post space. And then put task. This is crazy work because you can see it's showing up.
Everything that has a task is showing up. Ah, there it is. Okay. So then I put a due date of, say, tomorrow. So now if I go on my daily, so now when I come here, you see in my tasks, I got to write this blog article. AI in the future that's linked to napkin. And that's how I can jump in and out of projects. So this is what I mean when I say that, especially like as I get used to this tool, you can see how this tool could get you in and out of stuff fast. And again, my writing, nothing for nothing, the writing I've been doing, like the fact that every day I've been putting in notes, and like especially this day, to the fact that specific AIs were written. And then if we look at the R&D, like I said, we've got this whole thing that was written, and like even step by step what the like dealing with a chat GPT conversation to work on code. So like again, being able to do this, the output, the workload, the amount of stuff that I've been able to do the last few weeks, getting into this and starting to really test and seeing what this looks like, it's been a game changer for me. And now that we're able to like do something as simple as, you know, being able to streamline our work process and everything, it's been big. Shout out, I want to give a shout out to Young and Icy for letting us know about some of the server issues we had with System.io. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. For everybody that has made purchases of the product, again, thank you. We will be moving to a new platform. The new platform is going to be Podia. I'm trying to see if I have it open still. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't think I do. But yeah, we're gonna be moving. I've already gotten. It's on my. Actually, it's on my laptop. So we're gonna be doing a complete update of the courses. The courses will look closer to what it looks like here because the system on Podia takes Markdown, which is the coding language that all this is. So it takes Markdown language, so it'll be easy for us. So tomorrow I'll finish the migration of the content over, then get everything in place. migrate the labs domain over tomorrow night. Um, if all goes well, it'll be tomorrow night. If not, it'll be Wednesday night that we'll make the transition. But it'll be either tomorrow night or Wednesday night. It just depends on how much I can get done and how fast the server migrates. So just expect some downtime on the servers, at least this, the next 2 days, as far as the domains once they change. And then once they go out, I'll be sending out an email to everybody that's purchased. I'll be sending out an email letting you know that we're making the transition. I'll let you know when we're getting ready to shut down the servers. That email will go out. We're going to automate the process on our end. And other than that, that's about it right now. Just get ready, y'all. This transition is gonna be mad fast. So I hope this has been helpful. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure that you share it with somebody that can start to see how AI is incorporating into not just content, but into process. And then how that leads to output and productivity. So I'm watching businesses like myself and other businesses become highly more productive. And as the AI agents begin to take over the prompting to result as the models get better, it's going to get to the point where we're not going to be in the middle anymore. And we're going to be on the outside just managing the results from the system. And you can have a business of agents running, doing work for you. And again, this goes back and it fits to the Internet of Things. So just know that these are steps towards those endeavors that are coming down the pipe anyway. And this allows you to be able to be prepared for the business and job markets that will be available, because there is going to be job losses, but there are going to be new industries formed. There's going to be new jobs. There always is. It's not going to be as much, because we don't need automatons to do grunt work, because these systems will do that. What we need are people that can solve business problems. And that's where I'm bringing to the table, and where my contributions are going down, is that, hey, this is what I'm doing to solve business problems for my clients. And the fact that I'm their problem hitman means I go in here and I take care of that. I get paid for it. They're happy. They're getting sales, or they no longer have that issue. Business as usual. That's what you're here to do. Solve a business problem, and you inject yourself into a pipeline of liquidity, because it's a value play. You're solving a problem and offering value. And that's the big thing, that the big takeaway is, it's all about value. AI, yes, reduces a lot of the barrier to entry to a lot of things, but a lot of it is crap. And a lot of what you're getting out of it is crap. And a lot of it's not usable in a business environment, because it looks like, sounds like, tastes like, smells like crap. So to fix that problem, you need to be able to not only understand what the prompt is, not only understand what industry your client is in, but also understand what customer are they currently wanting to serve. And that customer that they are currently wanting to serve, what are the pain points that they have that your client is going to fix, that offers value to the customer, that makes them want to make a purchase. We're in a value business. The thing is business has gone away from value. All things have gone away from value. It's time to bring that back. And with that, I hope you have a great evening. Please make sure that you like and share. And I will holla at you another time. And with that,